It's full of European teams that have European players that have got very little experience.
Is Joe experienced?
Other than Joe.
When you think about it, Joe is very experienced.
Phase 1 for them.
He just hasn't learned from his experience. Like, Joe has played Siege since he was fucking 12 years old.
Yeah, exactly. For some players,
right? Played with me very early on. In ranked, he played Go for stacks, then tier 4, tier 3, tier 2. He even played in Pro League for 4 months, right? Joe technically has a lot of experience, despite being very young.
Revenue, if they're so aggressive, what do you do? And the player said it was going to be said, well,
so technically not wrong.
And then you get in the circle,
Joe just has a very linear way of playing the game. Like, Joe has played the same way since day one. He is the least shapeable player that I know, by the looks of it. I don't know if it's ego, if it's him believing the game has to be played a certain way, if it's his only strength. Like, I don't know why Joe can only play that one style of Siege that's very, very aggressive. I don't know why, but his career, I think Joe is a player that had a potential future, like Citizen, like Spoid, like Bolo, who generally could be fighting to be like a top player and a pretty big name in Siege, had he actually been willing or able to adapt. Because Joe was one of those, like, he was found very early when he was, like, again, like 14 or whatever. Not actually, he was like 14 or 15. And he got very lucky. Like, he got good exposure. He was a big name. He played with very big people that taught him the game at a high level. He just never really applied it. So
send into absolute chaos, or they will steamroll them.
We need to keep a counter, guys. How many times Joe dies first, okay? We'll get a counter. They actually put Joe on Lion this time. Look, Joe was playing a lot of Flores and Iana last time. Let's see if they change things around. Last Orbiter ban was Omai, by the way. So Omai is Sami on defense. Look at Liquid, dude. They're playing util. I like this. Mirror windows. Castle barricades. Only want the purple shield. Liquid banning Ash against Reven is actually funny. Seeing as Reven is going to be a kill team.
They look to get their way in on this bar and games bump site, immediately putting the pressure.
I do think that Reven, to win this, have to change their playstyle. So let's see if they have.
Setup from Team Liquid horizontally. The direct attack to come through off the back of the Lion scan, but it doesn't seem like any utility to follow just yet.
This extended roam is really nice here from Nesk.
It's just a stylistic change, Geo. New Organizer in Blast. C4 kills Draw. That means Joe survives this round. Ness kills Joe. Front finds Lagonis. They can't plant here. They gotta go for kills. Yep. This is the thing about Liquid, yeah? Liquid is a team with incredibly strong gunners, individual mechanical gifted players. But they're also a team who plays a very strategical Siege. So I do think, as predicted, Reven will struggle with this because it's not guns against guns, it's brains and guns against guns. I mean, look at this. Volps is outside impact grenading this guy. Like, Runner is in the building, but Runner is not safe. Look at that! Look at that! Mental shutdown immediately. Joe wasn't injured death, no. It was a draw with that first, to C4. Counter is still 0. Honestly, that's so big. When teams can do that in a 1 versus 4 successfully without losing a member, it is literally a mental warfare. Like, they could have peeled off these pellets if they had more holes in the barrel wall, but other than that, it was pretty well done by resets.
That library was a really uncomfortable place to be in. The only spot that they could comfortably sit in
like,
was
Jesus.
around the corner on the desk, which is where they tried to go for the execute, but they played it straight into a warden. So every step of the way, it felt like Reven were actually playing into the defense.
How long till Nesk retires, man?
They got shut down for it.
I actually thought, I was very sure that Liquid, or that Nesk rather, was going to retire after Invite. I was very positive of it. Or maybe if he had won New Shipping Major, you know, he would have done it. Nesk has been playing for so long.
Yeah, great.
It's back on Valkyrie, where his career started as well.
Especially his defense on Chalet can be a bit troublesome sometimes, especially when you don't have that as army available. Liquid.
It's still not that Reven didn't know how to attack. I mean, to be fair, Reven don't really necessarily know how to attack. Like, not if you like compare them to like a tier 1 Siege team, they don't really look like they know what they're doing, because like their entire thing is that they don't have strats, that they run around, that they just, you know, play like dynamic ranked gameplay and take a lot of fights. They qualify by playing Mexico. So a lot of teams expect them to struggle in
unfortunately impacts himself on the re-attempt to
Volps.
take down Sam and will collect
Volps.
the first kill for Reven.
He tried to impact grenade finish the kill, and it clipped the door frame, and he killed himself, and Sam lives.
Interesting, says Sam.
Interesting. Sam crawled back to safety and types interesting. That's also mental warfare at its finest. Oh my god.
Liquid are definitely in the deficit.
That is actually fucking hilarious.
Joe's got some good info.
Well, nice stuff here from Reven as they try to make their way into.
Oh, I like this. Oh, he doesn't need the. Oh, he does actually need it. Oh, they're in. It's actually a great collapse by Reven in this round. They masked the sound pretty well with the lion scan as well. Oh, Runner doesn't have the trigger discipline. So Paolo now knows, and Nesk is pushed past enemy lines. Such a good read. Has the information on the outcome as well. Look at the team play from Liquid here. They are dancing between the enemies with perfect cover. And it's off intel, right? The Valk cams and bulletproof camera. But the comms must be fucking going crazy. Look, they have it under lock and key. Yep, Nesk, baby. Joe injured death? No, Joe didn't die. Oh god. Well, did he technically? Oh, I guess he did. I guess he did. He didn't die first in the round though, but we'll give him one. We'll give him one. We'll count it. He's first for his team.
Maybe your impact faster. You know what I'm saying?
He's used to the ping. He's used to it taking that extra, 20 ms.
Basement.
To throw the impact.
There you go.
Again, playing like Mira Valkyrie every round, it's too logical, right? You have to do it against Reven. I respect the fuck out of this glass pick, but what are they gonna do with it? Main breed smoke into chaos could be an angle. There is a warden though. Joe's playing IQ now.
At some point, they're gonna claim one of these trophies.
If Joe's playing IQ, he has to spend a lot of time on his scanner, playing the flex role. So maybe they have changed role, like Joe's role around. This has not been the case for previous Reven games. Like even when he played Flores, he would just run and die usually.
The truck's looking pretty good for their mission so far, as Reven in the previous round tried to find an opportunistic moment to get into the building. Mid to early rounds, unfortunately, Team Liquid were there.
Main breach open, GUI fire popped.
I don't imagine that they're going to be caught off guard anytime
No
soon.
wall deny from Liquid, so it's free.
These mirror windows have been
Probably not worth it anyway. Thatcher's open. Decent value Twitch drone.
What they have got is the Twitch, and Sam's managed to find a couple of those Vulcan canisters with it, so that will assist in the late round. Might be able to look for some mirror windows as well.
Good intel.
Just spotted out all of the setup here on mezzanine, but remember this is a basement defense, so
They're droning out this Jaeger a lot.
game, a lot of map control being contested here.
Like they're droning the same a lot here.
Strat here from Team Liquid. Keep in mind that the floor is soft above the bomb.
Joe's playing IQ and only scanning for himself, it looks like. Oh, there we go. He pinged it. He found one. He found one. That's better. Liquid have fallen back to bomb site mostly, but 4 of them. Nesk is dead. So that's everyone. Valcams is still alive, so Joe's gotta map out the last 2 at least.
We see this rotation from Joe, and still some activity on the top floor. It looks like finally Liquid have seceded control.
Tending here would have to be on the cabinet bottom main, because the warden is an issue otherwise. Unless you can get enough vert to force them back and only worry about blue, that way you can plant trash cans.
Looking good so far for for Reven. They've really forced all of Team Liquid to vacate the bomb site.
It's actually pretty good for Reven. Like, they're in a stable, strong position here. Like, this is like unflankable, surely. Jaeger is flanking right now. Is no one holding this? No one's holding the flank? All of a sudden we saw this Nesk. They had a Valcam in fireplace. And Joe is literally IQ in fireplace. And they red spotted them right before he swung. Like, again, like, you're playing IQ, my guy. Like, Nesk is still holding the same Valcam.
Palu's already found Sam, and now he's looking for another one. Resets holding the hallway. Raft finds the trade eventually, but it's not nearly enough for Reven to sink their teeth in. And as Raft has finally been traded on back by Lagonis, it's all up to runner left.
We'll up the counter to 2.
What's Reset's gonna do? Barely needs to peek, just keeps showing off his elbow. Eventually does.
Oh my god, Liquid.
Looks for the re-peek.
Oh my god.
Eventually will fall. Liquid looking phenomenal here.
This is definitely disrespect. It has to be. It has to be disrespect. Like, Liquid is not a team that normally swings like this. In like, because it's a losable round. Like, it's 1v2. And they had crossfire and connector.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to do so with the man disadvantage going into the
I like it though.
Did not work out in their favor, and Liquid for 3 in a row are forcing Reven to take the tactical timeout.
It's about time that Reven clean up their act.
You see, they were red pinged. Red ping 1, red ping 2.
Valkyrie camera enabled the flank from Volps. You said it.
And you got IQ.
Even if Reven were not able to hunt down all those.
All games are best of ones besides elimination games with the Dan Griffiths. You gotta win 3 or lose 2 to go home.
Really, they're a very
Phase 2 runs.
Joe's on IQ again. And he's on Nook. I'll take it back. And it's gone. I think you have to play IQ. I gotta be honest. So think about this, right? One sec.
It means that they cannot play in mezzanine as a defender. It also is very unsafe for the attack to entry as well. And so here we go.
Oh.
An aggressive jump out onto Reven, but crossfired in fact on the attack.
So when you play IQ, you help the entire team. When you play Nook, you help yourself, right? There's no longer 6-pick out step. There's attacker repick only for attackers, so they can change in drone phase. There is one upside to dying early if you are a defender, when Valkyrie is open. Now you get a permanent guy watching on cams, which is good. Like, the first death on defense is good, because you gain constant info on cams now, because nobody's like active. Like, Volps can't run around. I think Volps' thing is blocked. There you go. He wasn't spitting anybody for a while. Oh. Oh. Okay, Joe's dead. That's 3. That's 3.
We talked a lot about Joe on the desk. He's yet to find a kill.
3 out of 4.
He's got very high entry rating throughout this tournament, but he also often falls to the wayside. These unaided
so he plays Nook. He walks in, he dies with no drone, no support, and they have no IQ now. Because like he's been from IQ to Nook, right?
Given away a lot of this top floor control. There's only one player left off the defense within the vicinity, and that's one in the top of the library stairs. But there's no control going over inside of mezzanine. There's no one inside of office playing those lines of sight, the angles there anymore. So they've decided to try and take that control.
Volps hasn't watched a single Valcam, I swear to God.
On the play inside the kitchen area, knowing that he's isolated, Draw has decided to go and chase him.
I'm casting tomorrow, Condor. I'm off today. Casting 4 games tomorrow. 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th. Oh, 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 Palu? He wins it! Nah, dude, there's no way. There's actually no way. That's unlucky. Oh, look at Draw. He doesn't know. He lacks critical. Oh, he's outside? What? They baited? There's no way. He literally. Nesk ran outside the double door and then. That's actually insane. That's actually insane. That is just ridiculous. And then Paolo just swings with the Pombi instead. This is actually so nice to watch.
He was being crossfired. He was about to be pinched from where he was. But if you're at that point in the round, it's been so quiet.
Yeah, you're dead, Sam. I'm sorry.
They
I'm sorry.
They could be in from dining. You just don't know whether they are because it's been so quiet throughout the rounds.
Like, it's just beautiful coordination and team play, right? At the highest level.
Won't die to draw looking for a backstab. It's just an excellent show of game sense from such an experienced player.
I mean, that's rough now for Reven because they've taken a tactical timeout and immediately lose the following round. I gotta say as well, Manny, like that was probably one of the worst rounds we've seen.
Paolo winning the gunfight on the staircases is not... That's the thing about Paolo, right? Paolo is this very consistent player who wins a lot of gunfights that he, like, arguably shouldn't win. But it's not flashy, usually. Just consistent. It was also Paolo who found the Joe earlier. Look at this. And then this. Oh, it was good.
So good from Paolo. He just knows.
It just buys Paolo a little bit of freedom there when Ness goes outside.
The round is so quiet and like nothing's gone on. You kind of know that they have to have come in from the basement. They have to have come in somewhere that no one's seen them yet, right? And so I think for Paolo to be
no IQ.
Inside a jungle, good stuff from him.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, we have seen this one, haven't we?
Yeah, I think it was the second round. They went bar, master, base.
Oh, this was the really messy
I think if you're up 4-0 and you don't play IQ against Valkyrie, in this case against Nesk and like Team Liquid, I think it's fine. Because like it's not a problem. But when you've lost 2 out of 4 rounds single-handed to Valkyrie cameras and you don't play IQ, I think it's a cause for concern.
It's interesting though because
I could see this game go 7-0. Absolutely. I don't know for a fact who's the IGL for Reven. I assume they somewhat team IGL, but it looks like it's Sam. It looks like it's Sam usually from like player positions and whatnot. That was a castle barricade, so it's fine.
Also, it takes down the castle barricade. Draw can now continue to do so using his sledgehammer, but
Ooh.
for him on this balcony. We know how aggressive Liquid like to be.
I think Lagonis is stuck in the bathtub now.
I think he's stuck.
Outside of that bathroom window, and Lagonis is thinking, well, this is it.
If you're stuck in a position, a bathtub isn't the worst place to be stuck in.
Here we go, Wrath as well, with the diffuser in hand, is going to take it over to the solar side of the map to see what he can
Beats a
find.
laundry
He
machine.
doesn't want to give away his life and stick his head in that window just yet. I think that Reven are playing a much more cautious game this time, which I like.
I mean, is anyone from Reven inside the building yet?
And how aware they are of what Reven
They
is
are
trying
now.
to do and cheese their way into the building. So
Very little map control, however, as you can tell. This nade could find a pick from below.
Was a red ping there, and maybe
Yep, great nade from Draw. And then run out as well. Oh, doesn't align it. Volb's actually not holding the angle, he just runs away.
Nesk has found Joe once again.
3-3 though. Equal trade back and forth.
Oh,
look at the save! Reset was gonna die from the angle. This right before he dies, Paolo just takes him out. No shots.
The ace was on the cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just were not going to let it happen.
Okay.
Sigh of relief not to lose that 3 versus 1.
Paolo is his name, and Siege is his religion. He is our god and our legend. But he is not a myth, because he is real.
Towards the mid to late round, they're covering one of his teammates and collecting the final kill as well. Really.
Thank you, Dusty Raccoon.
For Team Liquid, Reven just it doesn't seem like anything that they do is putting even a dent into the team.
Also, one of the best case scenarios of teams that go to this event for Phase 2 is playing a quote-unquote easy first game. Obviously, they're trying their ass off to win. It's not like it's literally just like 3 rounds. But playing a game like this, that's like guaranteed round, like game to win, is actually very favorable because you kind of get warm up, right? This is Liquid's first game on this build, in this building, on these tables, in these chairs, like getting comfortable. And having a game to just kind of like get into the swing of things, also build up a lot of confidence with how well this game is going for them, is actually not to be underestimated. It's a huge thing. Maybe for Liquid, who has very experienced players, this is not like as big of a deal as it otherwise would be for like other teams that have less experience. But overall, it's always great to be in the spot in the game, to just be allowed to just kind of thrive and just to vibe around.
Sort of had him in a crossfire that was pretty good, all things considered.
No, I don't think Joe's playstyle is good enough for Pro League. I've always said that. I said the same for Sport and Bolo. If they don't change their playstyles from ranked to Pro League, they will not make it. Bolo and Sport both changed their stuff around significantly. I mean, Sport's so quick to adapt. Joe is still playing like he's 14 years old and ranked, which it's not good enough for a tier 1 level of Siege. It's just not, and it never will be. The game, like maybe back in like year 1, 2, or 3 of Pro League, it could work. But the longer the game has been out for, the more difficult and more the more agile and complex you gotta be as a player. You can't be simple. I don't mean the player from Counter-Strike, he's amazing. I mean, you cannot be a simplified Siege player. You need layers like onions.
An easy rotation back to site from stock as well. Easy to get.
The charm that Runner has, I'll keep an eye out. I don't really watch for charms or skins usually. No IQ again. Final round.
Reven, they've tried a couple of things. They're just looking for a push. They're going for a side push, I guess.
He has a nade out, so I can't see it. Sam is in though, somewhat. Yeah, they have no idea.
And finally it's game on for Reven.
But again, Sam doesn't commit to the peak. Joe, 4 openings. I got you, chat. Hold tight.
The crossfire is too difficult.
Joe might finish without a kill in this game. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's just not even close. Even when in the middle of the bomb site without Liquid knowing, it's just not close. Skill issue. This is also a good example, and this is something that's I think Carlo's sick, poor man. Looking at phase 1 teams of Pro League Siege, so like top 4 in regions or whatever, or LCQ, versus top 2 teams domestically, like phase 2 teams. Very big difference, right? Very big difference. Looking at W7M, for example, who's like, you know, their tier 1 team they've been for a long time. Even if they went through LCQ, it's like they've played for a full year at the highest level. The skill difference is just huge.
We got 2 players in con, that's fine. We can just cut them off as they try and rotate out. Oh, we have to retake their planning, that's fine. Let's recompose.
Alright, let's see. The Reven's lineup for a basement hold is Solace, Mussy, Capcan, Warden Mute.
Yeah, there was that one that was a 1v1, but really that was a 3v1 that Liquid kind of fed the last.
Liquid are changing from Hibana to Thermite, Flores to Box, Verticality, from Bravo to Lion and Ace. Okay, so a bit of roam clear, a bit of Verticality, a bit of side execute. Joe fighting for his first kill. Now imagine Joe spawn peeked and died instantly. That would be the cherry on top, but he's playing on side. And Joe is probably shut down completely, right? He's not gonna feel good about this. You thermite the right hand side of the wall, so you can impact trick it. If you do the left hand side, you can get impact trick through the drone hole. Capcan, Sam tried to impact trick, but again, it doesn't reach that far. And again, a small mistake, you should never make a thermite, right? You should always put it far right, which Lagonis did. So good job. Liquid like applying phantom pressure by opening up a lot of doors, windows, and running around the building and then choosing an attack later on. And I think against Reven again, they're not playing Valkyrie. They're not playing Echo. They have no active information. All they got is Runner on Solace. Joe's dead. Joe's dead.
It seems like an early entry is on the cards for Team Liquid as they made their way in through the breach. 3-on-3s, the trades have come through and
Capcan Trap got a kill.
Okay, well, Liquid have decided.
Look, I'm telling you, Paolo is not flashy. He just casual gets kills. Like that was the tiniest pixel with no info. And Paolo always does this. It's not Shaiku, it's not Newer, it's not Spoit, where it's like he makes it look so casual. Like it's me playing quick match against silver players, right? But this is, I mean, okay, it's Reven, but like still, he does it against everybody. 7-0. Phase 2, team of Liquid. Yeah. That's the first 7 of the entire tournament, right? Is it? Yeah.
Liquid run
Right?
over
Right?
Reven. The most dominant match
Is
we have
it?
seen thus far.
I haven't seen every game.
Break it down after this quick
I think it is. I think it's the first 7-0 of the entire tournament. Yeah. It was a very short game. Let me see the cast chat real quick. The next game that we're supposed to be going on with is not scheduled to go live for another 90 minutes, by the way. That's how ahead of schedule we are.